The world's best surfers back at Lower Trestles for the 7th stop of the ASP World Tour.
Who doesn't come here for love?
Your love is around here somewhere.
Even villains, yes. Even villains can find love here at the Comic-Con.
Some ladies kicked into high gear tonight. It's their final shot at becoming a Chargers girl. Photojournalist Vincent Tagle had the tough assignment to look at all the shimmying and shaking the girls did to impress the judges.
When we first arrived, there's about 400 to 500 girls auditioning. On Sunday, there was 2 cuts, and now we are down to 75 girls, and this is finals, and then it will go to 28.
It all comes up to this final week.
I've been cheering my whole life, well, gymnastics, and then going into cheerleading, so this is all coming naturally to me. It's actually just being here and trying out.
I've been practicing this since last year, and I'm just ready to put it all on the dance floor.
Bring the action.
Everyone's bringing their A game. You know, they're here to be on the team and they're here to be a Charger girl. You know, everyone's competing for the same spot. They're all beautiful, talented, smart, intelligent women. So, you know, it's extremely intimidating.
It's cutthroat kind of competition, but it's exciting and it's motivating to watch all of these girls that are such good dancers.
I love to perform. I love to wear the bolts on my shoulders proudly and be an inspirational woman to the young children of San Diego and represent an amazing community.
It's great to be on a team. It's great to have the support of these girls and the community and just to be out there on game day.
I do a lot of stuff around the community, and to be able to do all of the community work that I do in a Charger Girl uniform would be a dream come true.
The program is phenomenal, and just being on the field and in front of thousands of fans it would be a complete honor for me.
Alan, come here. Give this to Brad. He has some stuff that's kind of...
Was he drooling?
Wipe it off, Brad.
Got a little teary-eyed. That was...
Teary-eyed?
He got all broken up by that.
Teary-eyed? No, I think it's, yeah, thank you,
Seeing
Alan.
those
While
delightful
you were right
young women trying so hard
I have never seen
for success.
a room get so quiet in the past minute as it did here watching this package, this story.
I appreciate the way that was edited.
Yeah.
Fantastic editing. The music flowed well through the whole entire piece.
So Vince Tagle,
I'm not sure what the lady said.
Vince literally crawled around the floor to get that assignment, right?
He did.
Begged.
The production
pleaded.
value is off the charts.
That was good. I think it's Emmy material.
That's what I appreciate.
A team of Hilo choppers greet us at Camp Pendleton with a man-made dust storm. From there, it's a short but picturesque 30-minute flight to the Bonhomme Richard. The amphibious assault ship, floating 12 miles off the coast of Oceanside, is temporary home of thousands of members of the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit.
Close door left. Close door left. I got top. Close door front.
We followed this very unit through their 9-month build-up to deployment, through training for amphibious landings and raids of would-be pirate villages. The process now brings them to sea, a dress rehearsal for their deployment next month on the same ship.
This is a pretty big deal. This is the first time we've all come together with the entire Marine Expeditionary Unit, both Marine and Navy, supporting this mission actually on a moving vessel.
Last man. Utilizing everything they've learned, the Marines go through a laundry list of scenarios they may face at sea, from possibly being called into action in Afghanistan to
natural disasters, terrorist threats, the major conventional war. They've rescued people in the aftermath of hurricanes and cyclones, earthquakes, and so forth.
With that in mind, we watched as the Marines flew off to practice boarding ships in violation of UN sanctions. Another scenario, the possible evacuation of U.S. embassies. The troops trained on the tricky maneuverings of bringing a ship of evacuees on board through their ship's hull. And attack from the sea. The troops storm a beach as part of another drill.
I think we need to be ready for anything that the theater commander could require of us.
Even though all of this is still considered part of training, it does have consequences.
Before each Marine Expeditionary unit can ship out to sea, they have to pass certification. So everyone's taking it seriously.
This is your bread and butter. This is what your best thing is that you can possibly be good at.
There has never been a Marine Expeditionary unit to fail certification, and the 11th MEU says it won't be the first.
You see a big aerial up in the sky, you see clouds, and you start dropping down on the mission bay, and you see the water expanse. You don't see the coastline yet, but you hear a narration. You hear Tyler speaking about his sister, and maybe along the lines of, I didn't ask for this.
You're looking at never-before-seen footage of Tyler King's new documentary, Unconditional. The opening scene is directed by Emmy Award-winning filmmaker Bruce Kulk.
Just be writing like you are normally, except for you have 7 guys sitting there looking over your shoulder, seeing what you're writing.
It's gonna be a little tough for me.
We were granted exclusive access behind the scenes as Tyler wrapped up his final filming days in San Diego, including a closed-door meeting in La Jolla, where it was immediately clear Tyler is all grown up.
You're now Mr. Producer, huh?
Apparently, I mean, it's kind of thrust into this life, but it's really fun.
We sat in on a strategy session alongside Bruce and executive producer Bill Ray, as Tyler hopes to recruit more victims' families to share their story.
When I actually got to go meet her, it was such a powerful experience, and I think it's something that it would be really cool to catch on camera and see what she has to say about it.
The documentary isn't just Tyler's brainchild, but a look inside his heart, which is why it'll have his sister Chelsea's imprint all over it as well, like her love of indie rock, something Tyler used to hate.
Once she actually passed away, I really got into it for some reason. It just kind of hit me as like that was her gift to me, and ever since then, music has been like my savior almost.
The last time San Diegans really saw Tyler, he was but 13 years old and had just suffered the most devastating blow of his life, the rape and murder of his 17-year-old sister, Chelsea. He recently told me in a candid interview when he learned the news.
I walked in and my parents were crying, and they said that she's gone.
It took him years to come to terms with his new reality.
It's actually happening to me. Like, this happened to my family. And same thing, I couldn't cry, I couldn't even function.
And once it sunk in, so did the sadness. And Tyler says he stayed that way for a long time.
And obviously when my sister was taken, I wanted to do something, but I wasn't at the age where I could, and I didn't know what to do from there.
He has since found his way and his mission with the help of Bruce and producer Scott Wolf of the mega viral video Coney 2012. Tyler hopes to create something equally powerful.
I want it to be a massive movement of youth channeling their voice into one cause, and that cause being child rape, child abuse.
Tyler knows all too well about the monsters who commit these crimes. In fact, he insisted on attending his sister's trial.
They wanted to shield me from it, but I said I want to be there. I want to experience it, and I want to see him. I want to see true evil.
The kind of evil Tyler plans to feature in his documentary by interviewing sexual predators behind bars.
If I could, I'd create an island, I'd put them all there and let them fend for themselves. But, I mean, that's not going to happen. So that is why Chelsea's law is a one-strike law, where they go away for life.
Tyler is determined to use the documentary to help get Chelsea's law passed in every state. And as always, Chelsea is right there with him.
What's your relationship with Chelsea like now?
It's great. I mean, I'm doing this, and that's totally her work.
And sure enough, for the closing sequence, she was there, her light all around.
Camera's going to go up in the sky, up into where Chelsea is, and it will be a title sequence ending.
An ending he may not have envisioned, but one that honors his sister and those taken just like her.
But in time.
Hey! Is it too far gone? Are you going to fight this one?
We're going to try.
All right, good luck. Take a look at what's going on. These guys are going to try to make a crazy stand right behind us. We have the flames coming in. We're in elfin forest, and this is about as ugly as it gets.
It's 150, hustle!
They got to move quick because as this fire moves in the trees, it's going to get into the, it's a step process. So if it gets high into the trees, it's going to fall right over onto this house.
Pressure!
9305 Elfin Forest. road, and these guys are gonna make a crazy stand, but it is not looking good. And what these guys are dealing with is a bump and run procedure. They don't have enough crews to knock down all the flames, so they're gonna knock this out, and then they're gonna move down to the house and try to do the same thing, because we can start to see that there are new flames. Come with me. There are new flames coming in. There's only one crew, so they have to figure out which house to save. Take a look back down there. New flames are coming through for the house next door, so it's an absolutely ugly situation. They're spread thin. They should have a handful more crews, but these guys are doing what they can. It's a very brave stand for these guys to just step up and try to knock this back, but you can hear the violence in that flame. You also have gas tanks over here that they have to watch. Small gas tanks, but they can be pretty volatile. This is just a miserable place to fight because they should have 3 or 4 more crews trying to knock back this flames, but extraordinarily brave to move in. And we can still feel the heat on our face. We can still feel it pushing us back. These guys are just marching right into the fire. Well, the crews are now in place. It looks like things are going to turn out. Just a few seconds ago, we were worried, along with the fire captain, that he wasn't going to be able to protect this house, but now with the crews in place, they're really beating back this fire.